Good afternoon, everybody. This is Gareth Pritchard. I am standing in a completely empty lecture theatre with Bridget Sloat, who is the faculty e-learning advisor. And Bridget has been very kind and has been helping me deal with some of the issues arising from the Russian historical characters that we're going to be exploring together. And what we're going to do today is just go through some of the technical nuts and bolts about how you choose your character and how you make a wiki and so on. We're going to do a little bit of a role play. I'm going to be a student asking questions about how to do this, and Bridget is going to be Bridget.
Hello, everyone.
So we will start with the first question. So Bridget, I have been told that I need to pick an historical character. So please could you show me how to do that?
Sure, Gareth. Here we are in the course, the My Uni course, and on the left-hand side you will find in the menu items something called Choose Your Character. You click on that link. Now hopefully you've already selected your character or chosen the one that you wanted from the page that you got in your course outline. So you should know which grouping that you need to go to. So let's pretend that I am going to choose a Red Army character, or that you are, and I'm going to click this View Sign Up Sheet to join a group. It's actually a group, but it's a group of one, which will be you. Let's have a look. And there are all the names listed. So all you need to do is pick the name that you're after and select Sign Up.
Okay, so I just click Sign Up, and then what happens?
You go into a group area, which really is a group of one, which is you, and you really don't need to do anything further in this area.
Okay, so all I need to do is click the button, and then that character belongs to me. And nobody else will be able to pick the character once I've picked it.
That's absolutely correct. So if you were to click on Choose Your Character again, you will see that you will see all the other group things listed, but the one that you chose there won't be anything. Nobody can choose that one.
And it's students only have one character, so we just ignore the other ones. We don't worry about those.
Yes.
All we need to worry about is that the name of the character we've picked has come up on the screen there. What if we accidentally click the wrong button? Or if we change our mind 5 minutes afterwards? What happens then?
Unfortunately, you're not allowed to change your mind.
Ah!
Otherwise, you'll have to contact Gareth, and he won't be very happy.
Okay. So the moral of the story there, I guess, is to make sure before you click that you're definitely sure that this is the character that you want, and it definitely is the character that you want. But if you make a mistake, it can be rectified if you go to Gareth, but it's probably better if you get it right first time, if you can.
Especially because he has a lot of students, and
Indeed.
imagine all the emails he would get.
All right, so, and it's as simple as that. That's all we have to worry about in terms of picking our historical character.
Correct.
Okay, well, the next thing I need to do is to make a wiki about my character. That is one of the assessments that we have to do. So could you show me how I do that, please?
Sure. Now, first I'm going to just cheat and copy my name, because I don't know. I can't remember what it is. I'm just going to copy. Because I'm going to, in a minute, create a wiki, and I need to put my name in there. So I'm going to go to the menu item that says Russian Character Wiki. And basically it tells you a little bit about there. Once you click on the wiki, you'll be into the wiki. So I'm going to click on here. And essentially the first page that you come from is like a template page. It gives you a little bit of a guide on how to structure your wiki. So there's a little bit of information at the top, and below is just a template that you could follow to create your wiki.
Yes. So this here, can you scroll back up again, please? Olga Volinova doesn't actually exist. Not a real person. This was made purely for the purposes of giving students a template to follow, both in terms of the structure of the wiki, in terms of the kind of information that you will need to put into the wiki, and the content that you put in under each of the various sections. Okay, so please continue.
Yeah, so I'll just I'll scroll through so you can see you need to write a brief biography, primary and secondary sources, biographical analysis, and then there's
references,
references, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to show you later on how to create links and things like that, but all this information was copied from a Word document, so it's that easy. If you wanted to do it in Word first and then copy it in here, you certainly can. So let's create a new page. So the first page will always be this Character Wiki page template.
So every time I go into this page, Russian historical characters, this is what I'll see.
You'll always see this page first, but then as you start building characters, they will appear here, as I will show you now. So you need to, when you've chosen your character, you simply click on Create Wiki Page. And this is why I pasted the character before.
Aha.
So I'm just pasting the character in. And now I can start developing the page here. So I can start typing the information, or I could copy and paste. Now you can always come back to this page, so you don't have to do that immediately, but certainly as soon as you've chosen your character, it's really worthwhile just already creating this page, and it doesn't really matter how many times you change it. You can come in there and change it as many times as possible. Now,
but can I interrupt you there?
Sure.
Let's say I start working on my page and I do 5 minutes work and then I walk the dog or something.
Yes.
Will other students be able to see what I've done so far?
Correct, yes.
Okay.
They will, but you need to always, if you are going to walk the dog, please submit, and I shall do that now just to show you. Click submit, and your page is created. There it is.
Right.
So as you can see, there it is, and that's what I wrote. Now if I needed to edit it, now remembering that everybody can come in and edit this, but it is tracked.
Yes.
Okay, so all the wiki pages are tracked. So obviously you're not going to go into someone else's character and you know, start messing with theirs. Anyway, we can always get rid of that anyway, as you, Gareth, can get rid of information. So if I now needed to go in again to edit the content, I would just click on and say, even if I'd gone away and logged out of my uni and I was back at this page, all I would need to do is, and these will appear all in alphabetical order, so you'll be able to find it quite easily. So you'll click on your character, you'll click Edit Wiki Content, and then you'll continue on. Now just one piece of advice here, sometimes the first time when you come into this text editor box, this might not look as big as mine does here with the 3 rows of icons. You can just sort of lift that up and down, but I personally just lift it, make it expanded, and then it will stay expanded no matter how many times you go into it. And so as you can see here, you can bold things, you can make things look pretty. However, like I already mentioned, the content that we put in before, the Olga content, we just copied that from a Word document. So if you did some nice formatting in Word, it would certainly come in here.
What if I want to put in a photograph or something like that?
Very good question, Gareth.
Thank you.
Copying from Word, an image from Word, will not work in here. So what you actually need to do, and I'll show you how to do it. So if we think about the picture that we had before, we had Olga and then we had some text next to Olga. Now what you're essentially building here is a web page. So to get the content to be next to a picture, it's the easiest way to do that is to put it in a cell or a table. So I'm just going to quickly insert a table. I want just 2 columns and 1 row. And you'll see what I mean in a minute. It doesn't look like much, but what we're going to do now, where it's blinking, which is the first cell, I'm going to insert a picture. So I'm going to click on Insert Edit Image. I'm going to browse my computer, and if I look at my picture file, I think I should find some sort of sample picture. I'll just pick.
That's with the koala bear.
Let's go.
I like
with,
koala
yes. And this one is probably way too big for this page, so you would obviously want to. By the way, what I'm typing in here is just when you hover your mouse over it, it will say koala, and it's actually for the visually impaired, so that's actually quite a useful thing to do.
Okay.
So insert, and like I say, this is way too big, so you would definitely want to.
So how do I cut that down to size then?
You cannot cut that down to size using this. You would have inserted a smaller picture in the first place.
So I could
I
could put it in a Word document or something and then cut it down to
crop
size.
it. Yeah, that's right, and then copy it from there.
Yeah. Okay.
So
let's get rid of the koala bear.
Yeah, let's undo that. So just gotten rid of that, and I might just put I'll just put a smiley face in here. Yeah, which is not very big at all.
Okay.
And then whoops. Sorry, that was me just pressing the wrong key.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just in the next cell now, and I'm going to write smiley here. So this, as you can see, the image is there and the text is next to it, and I can keep writing here more things. And then if I come in underneath, I can start my however you want to write it.
Okay.
Just
So that looks fairly straightforward, but every time when I go to walk the dog or have a cup of tea or just finish, I press submit.
Because that actually saves it.
And the way it works is that the page will stay open for several weeks until a certain specified date, which will be released in advance, and then it'll shut down.
Yes.
Which means that you'll still be able to see it, but you won't be able to edit it. And that's when all the wikis will get graded. Once that exercise has been completed, it'll be opened up again, and you can start editing it. Yeah. Okay.
Other students can put comments on here, which is quite nice.
Yeah. So show me how to put a comment in, please.
Yeah.
Now this could be really useful, this comment section. So let's say that I'm doing my project on Dybenko, Pavel Dybenko, and another student happens to know that I'm working on this character and comes across a wonderful book that contains some pages about him. That student could then alert me to the fact that there's this really excellent source. Yes, that sort of thing. Yeah. Or insert URLs to relevant material.
Yeah, so let me just, in this little section, the comment section, you can't really add URLs, or you can, well, you can type them in or copy paste them in, but in this top section, you can actually put them in as proper links. So we will be showing you that. So that's probably what I would probably, either contact that student, because you can always see who the student is.
Yeah.
So you just contact that student directly if you wanted to just provide them with the link, maybe, or email it to them. But I'll just add that comment. So that just sits underneath. But let's actually talk about links, because they're kind of important.
They are, yeah.
Yep, you want them. Gareth
I do, yes.
Gareth would like you to make connections between all your characters. So if someone's married to someone, or
a friend of somebody, or worked alongside somebody, or hated somebody, and so on. Any kind of close or important personal connection where one character's life was influenced or affected by another character.
And of course you can read the other characters' biographical details, so you can hopefully make connections as well. So let's have a look. You have started writing and you realize that Pavlo is actually connected to Olga, which was the character in here. I again click edit wiki content, and I would probably write the name. That's always the easiest way. Oops. Somehow I made the capitals.
That's okay. Olga.
I highlight that.
Okay.
And then over here on the right hand side, you'll see a lovely colourful icon that says link to wiki page, because it's another wiki page that we're linking to.
May I?
Yes.
So let's say you're writing you're writing about his experiences in the 1930s or something, and you might say something like in 1935, Dybenko met Olga Bolinova, with whom he formed a lasting friendship. So you might write a sentence like that somewhere in the text, and what you then do is block the name of the character to whom you want to create the link. Or you just missed the O there. And then what you do? Oh yes, you go to
you click on that lovely little icon there, and essentially you can then select any wiki page. So all the wiki pages will be listed here that have been created with all the characters in alphabetical order. And you would then select. Now I can only go to one because that's the only one that's created, and I'm not going to well, actually, it's going to put it in as that. If I wanted to put it in as Olga, I actually should put Olga here.
Oh, excellent, yeah.
Yeah. And that's what,
And then
what I
submit.
should have done. Yeah. So I should have done that, actually.
Mm-hmm.
So that was a good little test, wasn't it? and that, I'll submit it so you can have a look at what it looks like.
Mm-hmm.
So if I click on that link, I will now go to
Okay.
Olga's page,
Yeah.
which is lovely.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
And how do you get back?
just click back on his name.
Great.
Now, while talking links, let's
Yep.
talk about external links. So links that aren't within the wiki. You may have some information that is really useful to your character
Yes.
that you want to put in as well.
The thing to remember here is that these character profiles are essentially intended more than anything else as study aids to any other student who, for whatever reason, thinks that your character might be useful to them and the research essay that they will be writing at the end of the course. So if you just come across some material on the web which is really useful, which you think other students would find interesting or helpful, then it would be really, really good if you can insert links into that, into your wiki.
So let's see how we create a link.
Yeah.
So again, we go back to edit the wiki content.
Mm-hmm.
And this is actually where we select the words that we want to link. And I'm just going to select this word here, lasting, and I'm going to link to something. Now, the best thing to do is to really find the link that you're looking for before you even do this, so that you make sure that the link works.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to just put one in that we know works. So up here, there's a lovely link icon.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like chains.
Mm-hmm.
I click on it.
Mm-hmm.
And then I can put in the link. So I can just, in this case, I can just put in HTTP, but I would have just copied and pasted this from somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Oops. And I'm going to make it something really exciting.
Okay.
Because I know that one's correct.
Yeah.
Notice here that it says target open in this window frame. It's best to, because you're leaving My Uni, to actually change that to open in a new window blank. And that means it's going to open in a new tab, and it's going to leave your page intact, which is always a really good thing to do, because then students are quite clear that that is not actually part of My Uni.
Yeah.
So there it is.
Mm-hmm.
And again, we submit and we test it. Oh, goodness, it worked.
Yep, great.
So as you see, it's opening a new tab up here,
Mm-hmm.
and my Russian historical character wiki is still on this page, which is really nice.
Okay. That seems very straightforward. Is there anything else that we haven't covered yet? There is one more question I want to ask. But before we get on to that, is there anything more we need to say about making the wiki, you think?
No, I think that if you have any problems, please do tell Gareth about them,
Yeah.
and he can always consult with me
Yeah.
if there's ways around it, because you might do not struggle.
Mm-hmm.
Just put your information in the Word document if you're finding there's a bit of a struggle, and just copy and paste it. And by the way, if you do the links in your Word document, they will copy over into here. So let me just show you that. I'll just go to the Word document here,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll type. I'll do something properly.
Mm-hmm.
University. There we go. It's nice and easy. So if I wanted to make that into a link here,
Mm-hmm.
again, highlight, very similar process, and I find it easiest here to just right-click on
Yeah.
here and choose hyperlink.
Yeah.
And then, same as before, you put in your hyperlink, which is again much easier if you just copy it.
And then you can just cut and paste that into the wiki. Ah, yes.
So I'll highlight that,
Uh-huh.
copy it.
Uh-huh.
So I just press Control C or
Yeah.
right click and copy, whichever way you
Yeah.
prefer to work.
Mhm.
And now I'm going back to my uni page,
Yep.
edit the content,
Yep.
and
Cut Cut and
paste.
Paste.
And there it is.
Okay. Well, I have one more question for today, Bridget. Let's say that I really get interested in my character, and I want to do some. I want to present more information on my character. Now, I know that the actual wiki has a word limit attached to it, but if I want to go beyond that and to give all kinds of extra information, can I do that? Now, of course, I know that this won't get graded, I won't get any mark for it, but maybe I'm just so interested in the character that I want to go above and beyond the call of duty. Would it be possible for me to do that? And if so, how?
Well, Gareth, you're a very unusual student. But yes, for those of you who are really getting into your character, you will be graded on what you do, what you have to do.
Yeah.
But if you wanted to do more information on this particular character, there's nothing stopping you from creating an extra wiki page. So all I would do is I'd create another wiki page. I would give it the same name, and I'm going to probably get this. I'm going to get that correct. And I would just probably not name it exactly the same, because it would probably cause a clash.
Yeah.
So I would say additional, maybe something like this. Additional. Oops. Let's spell right. Additional information. And then again, I would start putting the content in there. So
and then it works in exactly the same way.
Yeah, I'll just submit it so that you can see that it's good to name it the same, so it will sit underneath the other one. And then, of course, the most important thing is that you can link them together using the exciting link to another wiki button, which is this one just here.
Excellent. Well, that's been really helpful, Bridget, and thank you so much for coming along today. And thank you, everybody, for listening. I hope you are able to get through this process without any difficulty. Do bear in mind that if you do encounter any kind of problem at all, feel free to contact either myself or the tutor of your tutorial group if they are not the same person. And if we have any problems, which I don't think we will, but if we do have any problems, then we will consult with Bridget and come back to you and help to resolve whatever problem you have. So thank you for listening, and have a great day.
Thank you.
Okay,
Bye.
bye-bye.